Okay, so here we have 5.1 and we're doing rules for dividing. So first we're going to do some vocabulary. So in English, our alphabet, these are our letters. And then when we put letters together, we get words. And just like our English alphabet, we have a math alphabet. And these are our letters, equivalent to our letters, but we call them digits in math. And when we put our digits together, we call them numbers. So sometimes you'll hear me use the word digit. So we have some rules that make dividing in our heads or dividing easier. And I'm going to show you the easy rules first. We're going to do 2 because it's easy, 5, and then we're going to do 10. So these are the ones we're going to show you first because they're the easy ones. So if I want to divide a number by 2, the number is going to end, if I can divide a number by 2, then the number is going to be even. And so the very last digit is going to be a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. So if I have the number 10,578,476, and I say, can I divide this by 2? Yes, because this last digit is one of these, and these are even digits. So we don't look here, we just look at the last digit. If I change this to an 8, can I divide this by 2? Yes, because 8 is an even number. So this whole big number is divisible by 2. If I change it to a 3, is it divisible by 2? No, because 3 is not an even number. So now let's look at 5. So for a number to be divisible by 5, it has to end in a 0 or 5. So the very last digit has to be a 5 or a 0. So if I have 3,568,780, is that divisible by 5? Yes, because it ends in a 0. If I change it to a 5 and say, is that divisible by 5? Yes, because it ends in a 5. The very last digit is a 5. If I change that to a 4, is that divisible by 5? No, it's not, because the last digit has to be a 0 or a 5. Now, if I want to know if a number is divisible by 10, the last digit has to be a 0. So if I have 10,478,650, is that divisible by 10? Yes, because it ends in a 0. If I change this to an 8, and I say, is this divisible by 10? No, it's not, because it does not end in a 0. Okay? So these 3 are the easiest ones to remember, and they're useful. But now we're going to look at 4. 4 makes things easier. So if I want to know if something's divisible by 4, I just have to look at the last 2 digits. So I can go 10,478,516. So it says look at the last 2 digits, and we say, is 16 divisible by 4? And we can check. 16, is that divisible by 4? Yes. So that means this whole number is divisible by 4. If I change this to 48, and I say, is this big number divisible by 4? All I have to do is look at the last 2 digits and say, is 48 divisible by 4? Well, let's check. 48 divisible by, yes, it is. So because 48 is divisible by 4, then this whole big number is divisible by 4. So this one is useful as well. Now I want you to circle 3 and circle 9 and connect them with a line, because these are almost exactly the same rule. So if you want to know if something is divisible by 3, you just have to add up all the digits, and you take whatever it equals and you check to see if this is divisible by 3. So if I take this number, 924, and I say, is this divisible by 3? I don't know. I just go 9 plus 2 plus 4, and that equals 15, and then I check, is 15 divisible by 3? And I can go, is 15 divided by 3? Yeah, it works. So when I add them up, and this number is divisible by 3, then the original big number is divisible by 3. Now, when we have, is it divisible by 9, we do the exact same thing. Here's a number, 837. Is this divisible by 9? I don't know. So what we do is we add up all the digits, and that's equal to 18, and we say, is 18 divisible by 9? Well, I think so. 18 divided by 9 is 2. So because this is divisible by 9, that means our original number is divisible by 9. So dividing by 3 and dividing by 9, it's almost exactly the same. Here you just divide by 3, and here you divide by 9. So now we're going to do 6. So 6 has 2 steps. If you want to know if something's divisible by 3, first you have to say, is it divisible by 2? So when something's divisible by 2, it has to be even. So you have to check, is the number even? That means, does it end in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8? And then you have to check and see if it's divisible by 3. And when you check to see if something's divisible by 3, you just add everything up, add, and divide by 3. So let's check. If I have the number 924, is this divisible by 6? So step 1, I have to check, is it even? So I look at the last digit and I say, is that an even digit? Yes, 4 is even. So it's even. Step 2, is it divisible by 3? Well, let's add everything up. 9 plus 2 plus 4 equals 15. Can I divide 15 by 3? Yes. So we know that this number is also divisible by 3. So because both are true, then we know, yes, it's divisible by 6. If one of these is false, then it's not divisible by 6. So now we have the last one, 8. So if something is divisible by 8, we just look at the last 3 digits and we say, and that tells us if the number is divisible by 8. So if I have 10,578,824 and I want to know, is this divisible by 8? I don't have to put all of this in my calculator. I just have to put the last 3 digits in my calculator and go, is 824 divisible by 8? Yes, it is. So therefore we know this whole number is divisible by 8. So for 8, we just have to look at the last 3 digits. So let's do the examples, the practice. Can this number be divisible by 8? Okay, so can this be divided by 2? So if it's divisible by 2, then we have to know that it's even and it ends in one of these. So 0 is an even number. So yes, because it's even, then we know it's divisible by 2. Can it be divided by 3? So you have to add up all the digits. And that's 9, 10, 11, 12. Is 12 divisible by 3? Yes. So then we know this number is divisible by 3. Can this be divided by 4? 4 says look at the last 2 digits and check to see if it's divisible by 4. Let's check on our calculator. 50 divided by 4. No, it's 12 and a half. So no. So 450 cannot be divided by 4. Can 3,900 be divided by 5? Well, for 5, it has to end in a 0 or a 5. It ends in 0, So yes, it's divisible by 5. Can this be divisible by 6? So 6 has 2 steps. One, it has to be even. So does this end in an even number? Even numbers are 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. Yes, 0 is an even number, so it's even. Step 2, is it divisible by 3? So let's add up all the digits. 3 plus 5 plus 8, plus 0, plus 0 equals 8. Is 8 divisible by 6? Nope, sorry, let's start again. That's 8, and it says it must be divisible by 3. So can that be divisible? Is 8 divisible by 3? No. So because this is true and this is false, it's not divisible by 6. You have to have both of them true. So no. So can this be divided by 8? So we just look at the last 3 digits and we check to see if it's divisible by 8. So 238 divided by 8? No, because it gives me a fraction, a decimal. So can this be divided by 9? 9 and 3 are the same. We add up all the digits. That's 15 plus 5 equals 20. And then we have to check to see, oops, that should be a 9 there. We have to see, can we divide by 9? Let's check. I don't think so. 25 by 9? No, it gives me a fraction. So this is not divisible by 9. So there's a mistake in your book. Here it should say, when we divide by 9, there should be a 9 here. Okay, I had it 3 because I just copied and pasted it, but that's wrong. Okay, 8. Can this number be divided by 4? So 4, I have to look at the last 2 digits.